see how much it can handle. Okay. Okay.
Oh, okay, verstehe. Nice.
Today our topic is happiness and unhappiness and the source of happiness, and why some people are happy, some people are not happy. What is your point of view?
Thank you very much. My point of view about it so let's I would say first as a human being, like happiness, not categorizing it as a nation or caste or create any division, like maybe happiness could be defined in to different people in a different country, different ways. And that's a relative phenomenon. What makes me happy, maybe what not make you happy, make somebody else unhappy. But this is depending on our conscious choices, conscious or unconscious choices, lifestyle, upbringing, a lot of things. No? So happiness for me could be different, for her could be different, for you could be different. But not going on psychological temperament of choices. Like if you have something to choose and you have right of choices and you are living that, you say, oh, I am happy. So not to make it on this, what like and dislike, let's have a point of view, general. Only to applying to human beings. No? Applying to human beings. Homo sapiens, call it like this. So it becomes universal and it will fit to American, Russian, German, doesn't matter, or man or woman. So if we go so deep to that point of happiness, I would ask a counter question on this point. What exactly you are looking for in your life? No, you will be happy only what you get, or unhappy, something coming to you. But a proper question can be asked to a human being, what exactly you are looking for? What is behind all the actions? You are brushing your teeth, you are eating food, you are having sex, you are working. These are all actions. So behind all these actions, exactly what you are looking for. If person knows, at least we can say, yes, he has the right direction of happiness. If he doesn't know, then for sure you know that person will not be happy. Because if you really don't know what you're looking for in your life, that's a human being. If you go a little bit more down and become more primitive way of thinking and looking at humans, humans always like to make themselves categorically different than animal. And if you compare a human to an animal, any human doesn't like it. So this human mind tries to find something categorically different, which is not in animal. But invariably he ends up to the same as animal. So in animal, you will find that animal are very conscious. One thing, very conscious in animal of the presence of somebody else or of their territory, of their boundaries. They are very much conscious about it and afraid all the time, afraid if someone tapping in the boundary and they can attack out of fear. So if to our human body also, you see, the first thing we like to be in a place safe and secure as a source of happiness. Like I am here, and if I am not sure that somebody can come in, and if I'm not sure about my boundaries, that I am protected emotionally and physically secured, that we can say the basic source from where happiness may begin. No? And to our own body, suppose many things are functioning, but if my immune system will not function well, my body is in danger. So you see that, well, some human could be an exception, not worried about their health or death, I'm not afraid of. But normally speaking, our source of happiness could be, bottom line could be the protection of the boundary, emotional, physical, psychological, which is secured, and I am safe, and trusting the environment, trusting the self. This is the very basic foundation of life, where we say that this is the source, the first source of happiness. If this is missing, all other things will not give happiness. No? So this is a little bit different than human and animal. So any animal will be happy in this kind of atmosphere. If an animal is trusting the environment, not afraid that somebody will kill, its immune system is strong, and the animal is happy. Same in human. If I am here, emotionally secured, physically secured, and my immune system is okay, means my boundary line, definition of I, physically, mentally, emotionally secured.
Yeah. By my experience, it was even, I mean, we are living here all in a room and we have a roof over the head and we have like whatever all, then it's very difficult to find that out so very heavy. And I went like in Kashi, I went through very harsh situation because I had no roof over my head. I was sleeping at the Shamjangat and I was going from one mandir to the next, and sometimes strange people came, so I felt not so safe, and I was really sometimes worried tomorrow I will have food or I will not have food. I didn't know that, but then I was really seeing so my basic fears and my basic what our basic what we really want and need. And this was really very simple. We want a roof, we want like shelter, safety and food, yeah.
Yeah,
And
yes.
and also a time for relax, like if I cannot relax because I was at the Taramata Mandir, and in the night time there's a day and night, so many people are coming because of the dead bodies and like that. and sometimes I had no sleep, yeah, because the nighttime was noisy, the daytime was noisy, and I was all the time also looking where next place I can have a place where I can like 1-2 hours I can rest without disturbance and like that. Yeah, this was all.
Yeah. So
And
you
you are
see,
living more in the here and now. But that this I had also. I was not thinking what I can eat in 1 week or doing big shoppings. I was just every day it came new. Today I will get a chai. I will get one warm meal. I will get one cold meal. It doesn't matter. So yeah, I was more in the here and now, definitely.
yeah. So I'm speaking, your is a little bit exception because you have chosen the path and you have given value to something else.
Yeah.
Your, if you give value to truth, for you, happy, unhappy doesn't matter. You are going beyond it.
Mm,
You are following different
absolutely.
law. So you are not bothered about I am happy or unhappy, but you are committed to something else in spite of happiness or unhappiness.
Yeah, yeah.
So you are transcending the path towards enlightenment, truth in this way.
Okay, yeah. Mm,
So it was not you are even facing difficulties or uncomfortable situation. You have already chosen an uncomfortable zone to grow, to understand, or to explore something else.
yeah.
And you are going beyond happiness, unhappiness in that way.
Yeah, in that way, a little bit. But there was one thing what I found out that for me, happiness is really freedom.
Yeah.
That freedom is over love and over happiness. Freedom is the best. So,
Look, that's what I said, that some people who know what they are looking for, then you
mm,
know your source of happiness is freedom.
yeah.
So if you know already what you are looking for and you have already deciphered that freedom is my source of happiness, and if I will not feel free, even I am given all the comfort, doesn't matter, I will not be happy.
Yes, yes,
So you got your
exactly.
point, no? Because you already know about it. In this uncomfortable situation, uncomfortable zone, you put yourself into learn.
Mm,
Learn that what exactly you are looking for in your life. And your bottom line came freedom.
mm,
So even if you have not to eat something, even you did not have the shelter, but it was your conscious choice. You choose it out of your freedom.
yes, yes, exactly.
Then even in uncomfortable situation, you take it as a challenge to grow.
Yeah.
If you are taking uncomfortable situation as a challenge to grow, that means you are already know what you are looking for.
Mm, yes,
Otherwise,
in
you
that
won't
way,
take it.
yes.
Why to take uncomfortable situations and as a challenge to grow to what? To preconceived. Already we that this is my first choice. This I give highest value. And for this, even if I suffer, suffer. But I will be happy. So some people they know already what they are looking for. This is a different situation. You are already conscious about it. You are already aware about it. So different laws apply. I am talking generally. A,
Mm,
a Homo sapiens just evolving from animals. So in that normal situation, every like a normal, we need protection, emotional securities first, and physical boundary protected first. Immune system working first. Because immune system not working, 1,000 diseases can come.
oh, yeah.
Same
Mm,
way, if our physical boundary not set, we don't know who will broke in our house in the night, who will attack us if you don't know. No way. So physical protection, physical health, emotional boundaries, not feeling victimized into the self. That becomes the basic source of happiness. So that's why we say that the physical health is the first source of happiness. Coming to the bottom line, in one sentence, we say that the physical health is the first source of happiness. Some people transcend it, like we as a human. So we say, oh, any animal is also happy when he's healthy. Any animal wants to have a boundaries. What's extra in human? Then we create God, we create enlightenment, we create superhumans. No? This is our to differentiate from animal. So we have a higher value. If somebody can be choose to that God is its supremost value. And if the person feels connected to God, spiritually growing, awareness happening, meditation happening, he will say, this is my first source of happiness. If made a conscious choice. So a human can make a conscious choice, and for this human can be that conscious choice, again coming to the same point, freedom. Freedom of choice, and the person's that point can become the source of happiness. So it will keep on changing to different people. And normally, in a very simple way speaking, then the physical health is the first source of happiness. The first source of happiness is our own body. We can say our own body, and very physical body is our first source of happiness. It grows when we say, oh, this body is protected, this body is healthy, this body cannot be victimized, and I can set up my own boundaries and be protected. So that the very basic first source of happiness is our own body. Be it materialistic, be it spiritual even. From my point of view. So, Pavel, you are healthy, okay?
Yes, I'm better. And so the body is the boundaries and the body. Is it any other source of happiness? I mean, prana, mind, ego, or consciousness.
That's depending on your choice, or like the first happiness is your own taste, tasting yourself, whether your body, whether it's your mind, whether it's your ego, or whether it's your intelligence, or whether it's your own God, or your own enlightenment. But always and ever remains first source of happiness is the self.
But I remember one thing that 90% of happiness of parents is the health of the kids.
That's further.
So
Further.
it's communication and
Further.
social happiness.
So if a human evolving towards meditation or superhuman enlightenment, then God or enlightenment or Kaivalya, Nirvana, whatever the motive becomes the center. If even that is the center, the first center of happiness for sure, the self. Depending on the category of the people, understanding of the self, some people think body itself is the self, that's it. Some people think, no, mind, my ideas, my thinking, my this is I. They attach. Some people think I means ego. Just my ego is the I. So, definition of I, some people are enlightened. They say, oh no, this my enlightened mind is I. Some people say, no, their I is identified with God. So, this I is different, but the source of happiness is the I, which we try. Once we come out of the I as a physical body, second source of happiness is your spouse, opposite sex. Once one source of happiness you have harnessed, you have healthy body, your immune system is nice, nobody is going to attack you, rob you, you are fully protected. Everything is okay, but you will move forward. The source of happiness is there, but you will not be satisfied because this is you have got it. If you lose it, then you understand the value of it. No? Look at the nations, which boundaries, fight going on, war going on. Look at Israel. Look at Palestine. What is there? They are not safe. They can have food, they can have sex, they can have their own boundaries, but they are not safe. So to find happiness into this kind of situation, very difficult. And even if we have everything secure, like here we are sitting, not afraid that somebody will attack and we are going to die. Move forward, then this forward comes to opposite sex. Second source of happiness we find in sharing, in relating to opposite sex. Third, Pavel was saying, even with the opposite sex, there's a limitation of satisfaction. Then we look for another source, we keep on exploring, we go further. Our source of happiness goes to the kids, relationship with the kids. Even though we are satisfied or happy with body, with money, second source is the money, resources. Very much important immediately after the body, to keep the body, to keep your freedom, to keep your choices, to keep the body healthy, you need money, you need resources, opposite sex, and then comes the children. They become our source of happiness. And if we grow a little bit more, then we have friends like me to you, you too. More, bigger family. And it becomes the source of happiness. Exactly if you know what you're looking for in relationship. If you know already, then everything fine. If you grow more, then some people can find source of happiness in social work, in society, doing good, NGOs, more broader cause of living. Some people can start to save the planet, the country. That becomes their source of happiness. And full and final, agori. That happy with anything or happy with everything. Without any condition. But that is a different phenomenon. We cannot call it under human.
We cannot call it.
Under human,
Okay.
that Agori is satisfied unconditionally. Whether body is healthy and not healthy, whether money, no money, relationship, no relationship, children, no children, society, no society, country, no country, God, no God, does not matter. So this is a completely different state of being and mind. So general laws doesn't apply. But normally speaking, as a human, as a normal person, this is how we look for source of happiness. But even like you, if you know exactly that freedom is the thing I'm looking for, so you will look for freedom even in your health, maintaining your physical body. You will look for freedom even earning money. I'll look for freedom in relationship, look for freedom in relating to your children. So that remains your crux, and you know what you're looking for in your life and your source of happiness. Some person, source of happiness, person knows truth. Somebody knows looking for love. Somebody knows looking for oneness. So if you know your one sentence, one word, exactly what you're looking for, you will find your source is irrelevant to your actions. If you don't know, then actions are your source of happiness. And they are not so much. One relating to God, one to your own self, one to your opposite, and one to the resources, money part. To survive your body, you need resources. One to your opposite sex, one to your children, one to your society, and one to your nation. They're all source of happiness. And we keep on looking, harnessing that source, harnessing energy from that source. Even if you're physically not okay, not happy, but you can be happy earning money. Even if you're physically not good, but if you start to earn money, you like it, you start to become happy about it. Even physically not good, but if you have good relationship with your opposite sex, you can harness the source of happiness. So we have this 7 source of happiness, commonly speaking. There are only 7 sources which we harness happiness. If one source is not working, we go to another source. If another source not, we keep on changing our sources and we start to harness. But if we see as a value system, the priority, if intelligence will give priority of choices, if you are given all the freedom to choose, you can choose anything. But systematically, if you are sane mind and with your intelligence, you are making choices, you will make the first choice to make your body healthy, to make immune system strong, to create your boundaries, when and how you will relate. That will be your first step. And if you're intelligent, next step is to maintain that so that when you are hungry, you can have food. When you shelter, you have. You need clothes, you have. If we decide as a human intelligence, then we have a set up priorities of values, and we go step by step. If we know, if you make a random choice, then you may suffer with your other source of happiness. So there is a value system through which we can program our mind. Each person is programming its own mind to make choices, to harness this source of happiness and be happy very naturally. And you can follow the intelligent system that give priorities one by one and live a normal life. As a human, one can choose not to be married, not to produce child, not to have sex with opposite sex, but his harnessing happiness source will change somewhere else. Person will be serving the society, make another cause, and removing this to happiness. This is, we can say, misery of a human being. We know our source of happiness, but we cannot harness all the time. Some we take, some missing. Some we take, some missing. And we keep on doing balancing. But if we know that our time is limited, if we want to have all, we need to follow a systematic pattern. Or we can make a conscious choice of one source of happiness. Other sources will not give us happiness because we are not putting time and energy into that source. So nothing will come out of that. This happiness is a reciprocal relationship. If I put energy to make my body healthy, so I'm putting money, I'm putting energy, and I'm putting time, then input and the output is happiness. So sources we know, everyone is aware, consciously, unconsciously. Everybody wants everything, but everybody not getting it because of the limitation of our time and energy. But intelligently living, we should go systematically, like evolving from animal to human to divine in that way, a proper development. So, as an animal, protecting your body, your territory, your things, and your timings to whom to meet, to when to meet, and collecting resources, marrying, producing child, and slowly developing and finding out exactly what I'm looking for and remaining with the God consciousness and the set. So I will stop here, and if any new questions, we can come up later. And we have also evolved a technique called alchemy, which finds out with a Sankhya diagram that if person is some kind of developing sickness in any, so we can pinpoint from which source the problem is coming and which part of the body. Like a problem may emerge from relationship, from direct food, from lack of resources, money issue or job issue, or social environment issue or state, from where which source is damaged, from where happiness is not coming. On the contrary, diseases and sorrow is coming. So we can pinpoint and remove it in a guided way. And on this topic, also, this wisdom is part of our retreat, which we were talking about. Sukhita, that retreat of 5 days for not a small group of people, working at the source of happiness and improvising techniques, correcting the mind and improvising techniques so person starts to make a conscious decision aligned with the law of nature. That is the whole crux of transferring this knowledge in a lifestyle, but like a divine lifestyle. The idea is what it could be that if it, this is also each animal is doing. This is also each human is doing. So what we can bring in this, that living the same lifestyle, one can transcend and call oneself a divine. So it's a kind, an artificial improvisation of divine lifestyle for in a controlled environment for 5 days to experience and awaken the intelligence which makes choices and learning to harness the source of happiness and balancing it. That's what we were talking about before. So I will sum up here to reflect if any question comes next Friday.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
If you want to speak, we have 5 minutes time.
Also, I have nothing.
Okay.
Maybe Pavel.
Pavel, so see you later.
Yes. For me, it's also very clear. And so we make happiness with the body system, with the Sankhya philosophy, and with the relationship between people and the outer world. So, yes, if you know what you want.
Yeah, this is the all our part of Sukhita, that retreat we were talking about.
Okay.
All the 7 points, bringing the 7 points together, and the 8th point, God.
Okay, thank you very much, Guruji. Thank you. Namaste.
Yeah.